Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Ice Road Vengeance is not just another Netflix thriller, it's a story about grief, survival, and the dangerous cost of revenge. Ice Road Vengeance is a 2025 American action thriller film written and directed by Jonathan Hensley. It is the direct sequel to The Ice Road, 2021. We follow Mike McCann, a seasoned ice road trucker haunted by his brother Gertie's death, as he travels to Nepal to fulfill his brother's final wish. But what begins as a quiet mission of closure turns into a high-stakes battle against corruption, mercenaries, and betrayal. In today's video, I'm breaking down the full story of Ice Road Vengeance, analyzing the ending, uncovering hidden clues, and diving into the deeper themes this movie presents. And stick with me till the end, because we'll also talk about Netflix's strategy, why movies like this are popping up on your feed, and what it means for the action thriller genre. If you enjoy deep dive reviews like this, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Trust me, this one is going to spark a lot of discussion. Before we dive into the breakdown, let's talk about the film overall. Ice Road Vengeance manages to combine personal grief with explosive action. Mike McCann is no longer just a trucker, he's a broken man trying to honor his brother's last wish. That emotional weight is what separates this film from a standard action flick. The pacing? Intense. The visuals? Stunning, those Himalayan landscapes make the danger feel real. And the villains? Corrupt, ruthless, and terrifyingly believable. But the real standout is how the movie balances spectacle with heart. Yes, we get tense bus chases, avalanches, and shootouts, but underneath it all is a story about healing, loyalty, and finding a reason to keep living after loss. Now let's go step by step through the story. We meet Mike, carrying the ashes of his brother Gertie. Right away, the movie hits us with survivor's guilt. Mike is haunted, broken, but determined to honor Gertie's wish by scattering his ashes on Mount Everest. In Kathmandu, Mike hires Donnie, a local Everest guide, and joins the Kiwi Express bus. This sets up one of the most unique action settings we've seen in a while, a moving bus climbing deadly mountain roads. The passengers? A mix of tourists, locals, and soon-to-be targets. Enter the mercenaries, Jeet and Yug. Their mission? Kidnap Vijay, the son of Ganesh Rai, a man hiding from Rudra Yash, a corrupt industrialist. The bus hijacking scene is tense and clever. Mike punctures the tire from inside to stop the bus, resourceful and reckless at the same time. He kills Yug, while Donnie knocks out Jeet. But here's the twist, police officer Shankar shows up, pretending to save the day, but he's actually working for Rudra. The betrayal adds another layer, it's not just mercenaries versus survivors, it's corruption versus justice. Mike, Donnie, and Vijay manage to escape, but not without losses. Evan Myers, the professor, is killed by Rudra in cold blood. Spike, the bus driver, makes the ultimate sacrifice, staying behind with an assault rifle to take out Rudra's convoy, going out on his own terms. This sequence is brutal but deeply emotional. Spike chooses death on his bus rather than capture. Finally, the survivors push through the highlands, only for tragedy to strike again. Ganesh, Vijay's father, is killed while helping the group cross. The climax comes at the Nepal-China border, a final chase where Mike rams Rudra's car off a cliff with the bus. Justice served, but at a heavy cost. Mike finally fulfills Gertie's wish. He scatters his brother's ashes in the Himalayas, finding peace at last. And then, something subtle but powerful. At the airport, he remembers Gertie's words, "Life is for the living." Instead of walking away alone, Mike goes after Donnie, hinting at a future built not on grief, but on healing and connection. It's quiet, it's emotional, and it closes the cycle beautifully. The ending of Ice Road Vengeance is both tragic and hopeful. On one level, it's about closure. Mike honors Gertie's memory, but more importantly, he learns to keep living. His decision to chase after Donnie shows he's choosing life, not just survival. But the ending also highlights the theme of sacrifice. Evan dies.
Spike dies. Ganesh dies.
Each of them represents the cost of standing up to corruption. Their deaths aren't meaningless, they fuel Mike and Vijay's survival, and they echo the movie's central message: vengeance always demands a price. So, was justice really served? Yes, Rudra is dead, corruption is exposed, and Vijay can carry on his father's fight. But at the same time, justice here is messy. It comes at the cost of innocence and community. That's what makes the ending so haunting. It's not a clean victory. Let's talk about some hidden details. The rope at the airport. When Mike sees the climbing rope, it's not just a random callback. It symbolizes Gertie's spirit, urging Mike to keep climbing in life, not just on mountains. The bus as a metaphor. The Kiwi Express isn't just a vehicle, it's a moving coffin, a prison, and a symbol of hope all at once. Every breakdown and repair mirrors the resilience of the survivors. Nature as judge. The icy roads, cliffs, and avalanches aren't just obstacles, they represent the thin line between life and death. Nature itself becomes the ultimate test of vengeance. Spike's sacrifice. Leaving the bus to fight alone is symbolic. He reclaims control over his fate in a movie where everyone is trapped by forces larger than themselves. These touches elevate the film beyond action into something poetic. Now, let's dive into some theories. One theory suggests that Mike's journey is more than physical, it's psychological. Every danger he faces represents his internal battle with guilt. The mercenaries? His anger. The broken roads? His fractured soul. Scattering Gertie's ashes isn't just closure, it's Mike forgiving himself. Another theory, some fans believe Donnie isn't just a guide. Her survival instincts, combat skills, and leadership suggest she may have a hidden past, possibly tied to local resistance movements. Could a sequel explore her backstory? And finally, the big question, was Rudra just a pawn? We see him as the villain, but hints of bigger corporate forces suggest he was just one cog. If Netflix continues this story, we could see a much larger conspiracy at play. So why is Ice Road Vengeance on Netflix, and why now? Netflix is investing heavily in mid-budget action films with strong emotional hooks. Unlike superhero blockbusters, these movies are affordable, universal, and relatable. Mike McCann is no superhuman, he's just a grieving trucker. That's the appeal. Netflix knows global audiences connect with flawed, everyday heroes. Financially, it's smart. The movie was shot in Nepal, where the landscapes are breathtaking but production costs are lower than in Hollywood. For Netflix, that's a win-win, cinematic visuals at a fraction of the price. And strategically, it keeps Netflix competitive. While theaters chase billion-dollar franchises, Netflix is carving out its own lane with intimate action thrillers that work perfectly for streaming audiences. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Mike made the right choice in the end, chasing life instead of being consumed by vengeance? Was Rudra's death satisfying, or did you expect something bigger? And most importantly, should Netflix build a sequel around this story, or leave it as a one-time masterpiece? Drop your answers in the comments. I'll be reading and replying, because your theories always make these discussions richer. To wrap it up, Ice Road Vengeance isn't just a survival thriller. It's a meditation on grief, justice, and what it means to keep moving forward after unimaginable loss. Mike's story may have ended in the Himalayas, but his lesson stays with us: life is for the living. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video, it really helps the channel grow. Until then, thanks for watching, and remember, the clues are always there, if you know where to look.